Okay, so we're recording now. Page 172, 1 through 10, all. Number 1, what was your answer, Ainsley? D. Number 2, Aiden. I. Number 3, Kennedy. A. Number 4, Delilah. J. Number 5, Lakin. B. Number 6, Grady. C. Number 7, Carter. H. Number 8, Remington. E. Number 9, Jenny. Nikita. You're gone too? Okay, number 9, Lindsay. G. And number 10, Ryan. F. Okay, questions on how to do any of those? I'm not hearing anything. So, good. All right, so then let's go and go 3.2b. Today is foiling. On Friday will be factoring. So we're doing opposites. Today we'll multiply. Friday we'll divide. Foiling, factoring. They're opposites of each other. So today, you already know how to foil to a certain extent, okay? But what if we have 2 cosine of x minus 3 times 5 cosine of x plus 1? If we FOIL this, what's 2 cosine of x plus, times 5 cosine of x? And if you say 10 cosine of x, I'll say, no, not it. It's 10 cosine squared of x. Now, if you write it like this on the test, I'll count it wrong. Cosine of x squared and cosine squared of x are 2 totally different things, especially in AP Calc. 2 totally different things because it'll wind up with 2 totally different answers. Because this is squaring the x, this is squaring the entire function. That's like saying cosine of x squared. That's what we're trying to do. So you need to write it like this with the squared there. Don't write it cosine of x squared. Okay? It's cosine squared of x. That's how we write it. Outers. What's our outers? 2 cosine of x. What's our inners? Negative 15 cosine of x. And last is negative 3. So it's 10 cosine squared of x minus 13 cosine of x minus 3. So you know how we've been foiling so far. Our middle terms have always been canceling so far this chapter. Not today. Not every time. There will be some where our middle terms cancel, but not always. Okay. Now, this is something people constantly get wrong. Oops. I see this all the time. I see that, and then I get out my red pen and I go, not. That's wrong. You know why? Well, when it's squared, you have to write it twice and FOIL. The reason why you write it twice and FOIL is so you can determine what the middle term is. What's 3 cosine of x times 3 cosine of x? 9 cosine squared of x. Outers is going to be negative 12 cosine of x. Inners is negative 12 cosine of x. Last times last is positive 16, not negative 16. A negative times a negative is a positive. So it's 9 cosine squared of x minus 24 cosine of x plus 16. Now back in Algebra 2, Wheels taught you a shortcut to that. If you want to use the shortcut, you can. But I would say it's better if you write it twice and FOIL. Okay. All right. So what if it's 4 cosine of x minus 3 secant of x quantity squared? Well, we're going to write it twice. And FOIL. 4 times 4 is 16 cosine squared of x. Outers is minus what? 12 cosine of x secant of x minus 12 cosine of x secant of x minus 9 secant squared of x. Now, some of you are going plus. Some of you are going, what do we know about secant? It is the reciprocal of cosine. So could I write this as 1 over cosine of x here, right? What happens with cosine and secant then? They cancel to be 1. So these two cancel, so then it's just minus 12 minus 12. So this is 16 cosine squared of x minus 24 plus 9 secant squared of x. You do not need to change this into 1 over cosine squared. Just leave it as secant squared. But if you have two things that cancel with each other, you need to cancel them. Okay? Now, is it all right if you write it like this? Yes, it is all right if you write it like that or like that. I don't care. But if you have a cosine and secant, you have to cancel. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say we have, 6 tangent squared of x plus 5 cotangent squared of x. Quantity squared. Okay, so again, I really like it if you write it twice in FOIL instead of using a shortcut. But if you want to use a shortcut, you sure may. Okay, 6 times 6. 36 tangent to the 4th of x. What's my outers? Plus 30. Tangent squared, cotangent squared. If it's tangent squared times cotangent squared, would that cancel? Because isn't cotangent squared 1 over tangent squared? Would that cancel? I sure think so, yeah. So outers are 30. What are inners? 30 as well. Plus 25 cotangent to the 4th of x. So 36 tangent to the fourth of x plus 60 plus 25 cotangent to the fourth of x. Okay? Are we good with that? Okay. There are 12 problems for you to do today is all. Page 172, 12 easy FOIL problems, 11 through 22 all. I will come around on Thursday of next week. There is no track meet next Thursday, not till Friday. So next Thursday, we're going to get stuff done. So I will come around next Thursday, look at the first three sections of 3.2, A, B, and C. So you'll have to have 1 through 36, all of them done by then. Because tomorrow is 23 through 36 all of factoring. And then next Tuesday we won't have class, but you have to show up and sit in here. And then Thursday I'll look through 1 through 36 all, and then we'll get a lot done next Thursday, because most of you will be here. Okay. Question, Nikita. Okay. I will have a video posted tomorrow. It's set to post tomorrow morning already. Yep.